it going? This is Twoset, coming at you today with a special episode on
how to practice.
Today, this video is going to be a little bit more serious.
We are going to talk about how to
articulate while speaking on camera.
For those who don't know what practice means, it means
devoting yourself to a path of mastery
with your instrument. It's pretty shit,
but not as bad as practicing the viola. For those of you who are musicians or are thinking of learning an instrument, first rule you need to understand about practice is it's not about how much you practice, it's about how you practice.
very important.
We have turned it
Into deliberate practice. When you do deliberate practice, it is so important to know what you're practicing and how you practice. It is so easy to just play through the piece over and over and over.
It's easier to pause while you're practicing, go on Facebook and find twoset violin and start looking at the videos for 2 hours. Or what's even worse is if you start practicing Bach, but before you know it, somehow you end up practicing Paganini.
Oh, things that have been practiced are checking your Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or texting your friends.
But don't mistake deliberate practice as an excuse to just be lazy and do only 10 minutes of quality practice a day.
Quality over quantity.
Like, come on, dude. If you want to get good, you gotta put in the hours.
That's enough. Make sure you find a good location where no one can distract you. No sound distraction, just a quiet room. You and your bae. I totally understand that sometimes you can't find a quiet place. But that's okay, just do the best you can and try and focus. Actually, it might help if there's something distracting because it will make you focus.
Again, the idea is try to find somewhere nice and quiet, but don't make that an excuse to not practice if you can't find somewhere nice and quiet. No excuses.
No excuse.
Just do it!
Another important one is to plan your practice. Sometimes we just have too many notes to learn and
you just get overwhelmed, and before you know it, you're not practicing the music, but the music is practicing you.
always plan your practice. Work out the hardest parts and practice those.
Also, learn to strike your own balance between practicing technical exercises and pieces, like difficult passages, and also you need to learn to practice performing, because a lot of us often neglect that side. Performing needs practice as well, or playing chamber music, for example. I think Carl Flesch recommended doing, if you do 4 hours, practice 1 hour technique, 1.5 hour pieces slowly, 1.5 hours of chamber music or performance, and 3 hours of watching twoset online every day.
That's it. Okay, and the last thing we want to say is the ultimate
mental practice.
Mental practice requires your brain. Your brain.
Yeah, this thing.
This thing.
Learn to use this thing.
Oh, I need a haircut. Really know what you are doing on your instrument. Because I bet you, how many times have you played your piece and you still don't know the key signature?
Which position your left hand should be in the 15th bar on the 3rd crotchet beat. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching this serious video. We hope you now know exactly how to practice, so run out into the wild child and